Alright guys, so I moved everything over to the table. And Mr. Shepherd whispering, he told me to turn on the light. But I moved everything to the table. As you can see, there goes the vegetables, all the seasoning that I'm gonna need, the broth, and the kale and the other vegetables. We got the oregano, we got this over here. One thing that I forgot to add, what I'll add later, is the tomatoes and this. This is a little piece of, hold on, let me get it so you can, it's a little piece of garlic, I mean not garlic, ginger, right? I'll be using this. And I also have turmeric root, but I'm not sure if I want to use it yet. So let's move you over to the stove so you can see what I do. Okay guys, so here's the pot that I'm going to be using. I did not show you this, so I'm going to show you. This is the brown sugar that I use, the sugar in the wall. It's the cane sugar. I definitely use it. I buy this sugar and use it for like every single thing for myself. My kids really don't like it, or they use it here and there, but it's got to be like more of a forceful thing than anything. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the oven, the stove, and heat up the pan. And of course I gotta use this because the igniters are messed up. So now that's on. I'm gonna let the pot heat up. But while it's heating up, what I am going to do is add some oil into it. So this is what I use. Let's see. This is the oil I use, like I said before. So that's about good enough, because the chicken is going to add its own oil as well. This, remember, the reason why I'm putting oil in this is because I'm going to saute the vegetables, and then after I saute the vegetables, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar so that I can then start the cooking process for the meat. Now, I know you're going to be like, that's backwards. Aren't you supposed to put the sugar, for those of you who are Spanish, aren't you supposed to put the sugar in with the oil so that the oil could cook it? Trust the process, please. Just trust the process. So, while that's heating up, wait for it to heat up. And I'm kind of looking at this right here, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think I need more. These are not, well, it's kind of onions, but it's more like, it's shallots. So I think I'm going to chop up, while the oil's heating up, I'm going to chop up some onions, just maybe 1 or 2, just so it can have that extra oomph that I need. And I think I need more oil, so I'm going to add some more because I just think I need more. So basically, the oil you're supposed to put about on it, it should coat the bottom of the pan. And that's a big pan right there, so y'all, please don't judge.
Five.
What?
5.
What did I say?
Pan.
I said pan. Oh, a big pot. That's Mr. Shepherd. So which one? I have 2 kinds of onions. I have the red onions, and I also have the regular yellow onions. I'm gonna do the red ones because I have y'all use the scallions, and scallions are onions. It's just green onions, so I'm gonna use the regular one. So I was watching one of the YouTube channel, We Love YouTube channel, and she was showing how she made her butter sauce, and she was cutting up the onions, and she said somebody told her that if you don't cut the ends, you won't cry. So one day I tried it, and it's true, but unfortunately I forgot to do it today. I cut off the onion.
Or you can cut the onion, cut it in half, and then you cut the skin off and you run it under some water, and then it goes down.
Really?
Yes. Run it under some water because the oils is what gets you. It's the oil. The oil from the
So guys, when you cut up the onions, I like to cut them and like basically use. You don't have to. It's basically for flavor. So you really don't have to cut them up. Now that I did this, look how the onions look. Boom, it's just one small one. Again, because I have the scallions in there and I have the scallions in there and I have the green onions in there. So the sound that you just heard, that's perfect. That's the sound that you do need to do what I'm doing. Let me get a spoon. Excuse my arm. Get a spoon so I can mix it up. Now, if you notice, I didn't put any garlic in it. Yes, we do have garlic powder, but the reason why I didn't put the garlic in it, I am going to put minced garlic in it. But the reason why I didn't put any garlic in it, like at this current time, because I'm scared that the garlic is going to get burnt. So I always wait until the end because basically you want to taste the garlic. You don't want to burn it. If you burn the garlic and then you try to fix it by adding the vegetables or the meat or whatever it is, it's not going to work. So this, you just mix it up. And then I go like this. I'm going to add some minced garlic that comes in a container. And it's about a tablespoon. That's all you need. It's about a tablespoon. Because garlic is a very powerful thing. A very powerful seasoning. So this is just about how I want it. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. Now the temperature for the fire is about medium-high heat. Just for now, it's medium-high. Okay, it's almost done. You'll see that it's almost done because, let me see if I can show you one. It's just, you'll see that you're basically sauteing this right here. And when it's done, you'll see that the vegetables, the colors of the vegetables are more vibrant and they're starting to be like soft. So now at this point, I take my sugar, and again, you really don't need a lot. So basically 1 spoon of this is enough, but I eyeball it. But I'm telling you, it's about 1 spoon of this wooden, 1 full spoon. So I go like this, and that's all you need. That's all you need. That's not even going to add any sweetness. It's just, like, again, it's just supposed to caramelize the meat. And you go like this, because you're going to taste it all over the place. And you want the sugar to seep to the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see it. I hope you can. Let me see. Here you go. Y'all see how that looks? That's how you know that the sugar is caramelizing. Now you want it to cook a little bit more, just a little bit more. You know, I think it smells good. You guys, it smells really, really good. So I think of this. When I think of it, I think about every time my husband, because the way it smells, I think about how, you see how it's caramelizing? That's how you need it. Put this in, and it starts cooking it. Again, I said I seasoned up everything, so all you need. You want to put them like head to toe like that because you want it to be cooked thoroughly. Now don't worry that the chicken is not getting to the bottom of the pan. Oops, sorry about that. Because again, we are going to make this soup. So because we're going to make this soup, it's going to get cooked thoroughly because we're going to leave it there for a while. And you know my flaw when it comes to this is I always never have the right amount of pot or the right size. So right now I'm just taking the seasoning that were in the pot with the chicken and I'm putting some water in it so I could just add some water into the pan like that. You only need a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit. Because remember, that's the baby. Remember, we're going to use the chicken broth. So you only need a little bit. And I move it just to make sure, maybe, hopefully, possibly, it sinks to the bottom. Which it should. And now I let it cook like this for a while. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna let it start boiling. When it boils, and when I'm going to add the next ingredient, we'll be back. Right now, it's literally just sitting there marinating in these juices. And I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna cover this up. No, he has juice.
Yeah, look.
Oh my God, did you show Daddy?
Yeah.
Put that juice back on.
That's Matthew's juice she took from him. Yep. Well, I'll be back, y'all. I'm gonna show you the product once it starts boiling when I come back, and I'm gonna show you the next steps after that. Alright guys, I removed the lid off of the stew and I mixed it up a bit, but I really, since the last time you saw me in this pot, I haven't done nothing. I just let it stew up like this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put a little bit of the unsalted chicken broth in it, and I'm just gonna gauge it right now. Again, I've never done it with chicken broth before. I just did it basically like that. So I think this is gonna take one of them. Remember, I bought two, and the vegetables are not gonna come in until it's almost just about done, the chicken. So what the important thing about this is you want to make sure that the chicken is done before you put in the vegetables, because the vegetable doesn't take that long to cook. And also I have put some potatoes in there, so the potatoes will make the broth a little bit more heavier. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the top on it again, let it cook some more. I'll be back when I put in the vegetables.